I guess it should come as no surprise that the Los Angeles Dodgers, with one of the highest payrolls in baseball, when you don't even account for all the money they're going to be paid out with all their deferred contracts for some of their stars for years and years and years, are once again in the World Series. They won the NLCS last night by sweeping the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, the Milwaukee Brewers, as much as some of their fans are talking about how unfair it is with the money and the payroll and stuff, Milwaukee played very well against the Dodgers during the regular season, not so much in the postseason. The number one seed has been swept for the first time in a best-of-7 series since 2004. The Brewers are the first number one overall seed to be swept in a best-of-7 series since the St. Louis Cardinals in the 2004 World Series. And Milwaukee had a tough time scoring. Look, you look at that starting pitching that the Dodgers have when they're on, when they're healthy, and certainly Shohei Otani being able to come back and pitch for them this year was a big deal. He was on the mound, 0 earned runs, also had a good day at the plate, considering he's had a little bit of a slump this postseason. Obviously, good day for the plate might be just what he needs to jumpstart his bat in time for the World Series. And I would say that 3 solo home runs, 3 for 3 for Shohei Otani in the NLCS in the clinching game, coupled with 6 scoreless innings with 10 strikeouts. Quite a way to jumpstart, get ready for the World Series right there. But the Brewers go down. And look, normally, even as a Chicago Cubs fan, a diehard Chicago Cubs fan, a Cubs fan who was not happy to lose to Milwaukee in the NLDS, with all things being considered, in a normal NLCS, I may have been rooting for Milwaukee just to knock out the Dodgers. But Milwaukee didn't handle that victory over the Cubs all that well. And for a team like Milwaukee to treat beating the Cubs in the NLDS essentially as their World Series, they felt like that was a generational victory for them in the postseason. They couldn't stop talking about it even while they were in a series with the Dodgers, even Milwaukee media members and stuff like that. This is kind of what happens when you treat an NLDS win as your World Series. They only scored 4 runs in 4 games. This is what Milwaukee did in the aftermath. This is what it was all about. They have such little brother energy, it's kind of fucking pathetic, to be honest with you. They so desperately want to be the same level of rivals to the Chicago Cubs that, say, the St. Louis Cardinals are. And certainly in recent years, with Milwaukee having pretty good teams and then Craig Counsell going from Milwaukee to Chicago, there's more there than there has been in the past. But when you focus all your celebration, everything on beating the Chicago Cubs, a team who had more wins than they should have this year. Chicago overperformed expectations, especially in light of some of the injuries to their pitchers that they had early on in the season. And overall, I certainly wish the Cubs were still in it, but I was pretty happy with the result we got, taking them 5 games in the NLDS, had more wins in the regular season than I expected, a couple breakout seasons for guys. But Milwaukee could not help themselves, deciding to take the opportunity to shit on the Cubs by flying an L flag. We all know Chicago flies the W when we win by flying the L flag. This is an iconic picture for the Milwaukee Brewers, and I'm so happy that they ended up doing this and making fools of themselves, because after this, all they posted was L's. After your victory against the Cubs in the NLDS, which was so important to you guys because you've never won a World Series, because that's just the type of franchise you are, to not post anything but L's after that, it doesn't get any better than that. Posting AI L flags basically on the Chicago beat, bro, it's about as cringe as it can get. So in a normal year, even though they're in division, I probably would have been rooting for Milwaukee to beat the Dodgers. But since they wanted to be such cocksuckers and such weirdos about their generational victory in the NLDS over the Chicago Cubs, I can't help but laugh my ass off. Now, the Dodgers are going to the World Series once again with all the talent in the world, massive payroll. That's, again, Shohei Otani is only getting paid like $2 million this year from his $70 million contract, which is deferred, or his $70 million annual average, which is deferred to like fucking 15 years from now or whatever it is. It's tough to root for the Dodgers. They have everything. They have all the money. They're paying these guys astronomical amounts and will be for years and years and years. But now it's going to be them against either Toronto or Seattle, and it certainly looks like it's going to be Seattle, who's up 2-1 in that series right now. I'll be rooting for Seattle in the World Series over the Dodgers, but honestly, I can't feel too bad for the fucking Brewers, who talked mad shit, and all they were happy with was a win in the NLDS or the Chicago Cubs. When you treat that as your World Series, gives off massive little brother energy, and like a normal little brother, you fall flat on your fucking face when you go up against the next team, which was the Dodgers. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.